Whispers in the darkened room, shadows fall, consume the gloom. In the night we're all alone. Broken hearts and faded dreams, silent cries and muffled screams, lost in thoughts we can't explain. Deep in darkness we collide. Deep in sorrow where we hide. Deep in shadows we reside. Deep in silence dreams have died. Deep in pain we're torn inside, haunted by what could have been, trapped inside this endless spin, yearning for a light to guide. Deep in darkness we collide. Deep in sorrow where we hide. Deep in shadows we reside. Deep in silence dreams have died. Deep in pain we're torn inside. In the night the voices call, through the silence we will fall. In the end we face it all. Deep in darkness we collide. Deep in sorrow where we hide. Deep in shadows we reside. Deep in silence dreams have died. Deep in pain we're torn inside. Deep in darkness we collide. Deep in sorrow where we hide. Deep in shadows we reside. Deep in silence dreams have died. Deep in pain we're torn inside. Whispers in the darkened room. Oh, oh. Shadows fall, consume the gloom. Oh, oh. In the night we're all alone. Oh, 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 oh. Whispers in the darkened room, shadows fall, consume the gloom. In the night we're all alone.